Alrighty traders, George here, and time for a look at the week in review. We've got some great trades to show you, and what we're going to do to start out with here is we're going to take a look at the subscriber video that you saw just a couple days ago for the setup to the main signals. Alright, so we can get a refresher to what you saw, and then we're going to go through the trades and see how they worked out, and a little bit of extra on top of that. So let's jump over there right now. So the NASDAQ is sitting on a real dominant bounce beam here. There's a lot of intensity to this trading level here. We're currently at 43.35s. We need to move up about 10 plus points here to get long over the high of this morning here at 46.50s with this upside array here, and then lower at 22s to get short. So it's basically got to negotiate this area here and then watch these targets above and below. We'll look for two reentries, okay? And Euro futures here also in a real interesting spot. We've got a lot of trading commitment here. We're starting to chop up a little bit sideways after making this rally up to new structure highs here. We've got basically a split of this balance beam here, and we're trying to rally just a bit over it. So looking for 1361s to get long, and then respecting a quick near-term target here, and then to the top for target 2, and then to some new highs up here for target 3. And if we break down just a bit more, just to tip this thing over the pinnacle of this spike right here, 1318s to get short with this downside array. This is something that you want to look to. So shortly after that video went out to you subscribers, the NASDAQ basically popped right over that entry level and went straight up to that target, picking up a 32-point gain there. For a single contract trader, able to book that gain with only a $300 risk. It broke through the short entry level here. That went to target 1, picked up 17 3/4 points. It raced up and triggered the long. That went slightly in favor, pulled the initial stop loss to 10 points there. So that was a loser on that trade. Again, went through the short entry to target 1, another 17 3/4 points. And then it rolled over after a rally up and re-entered the short again. That was the second re-entry there, another 17 3/4 points. From that extreme new structure low down here, it rallied over the entry point here, and that ultimately hit target here, but trails for the single contract trader has us out at 18.5 there. So we went 5 for 6 here, almost 100 points, 93.75 points there, only risking $300 per trade, and that nets $1,875 per contract for the single contract trader. Okay, the euro only had one trade from the setup, which was basically a rollover at that short entry point. It made a beeline down here to target 1, picking up 102 pips. That's $1,275 per contract. And here's how those trades look on our balance beam spreadsheet here. These are the ones we saw for the NASDAQ. Here's the one for the euro. That puts up a cool $3,150 with only one losing trade there at less than initial. This is something that a single contract trader could have and should have participated in. That puts our equity curve up over $41,000 now, which is something we've been talking about here as we've started to contract a bit sideways after these monster gains here. We're starting to see the same kind of explosive growth curve come up again here with some more really nice weeks stacking on top of each other and just putting up a cool $3,150 there on those 7 trades. Now there was one more trade setup that I showed in a video yesterday, and that was on Tesla. This one has, right after I put the video out, this thing took over this level here at 212.55, and it went up almost 10 bucks here. It's at 220.28 on the close. But if you look to the left, there's a very intense trading band here, and it was simply a case of the bull starting to take that level over. What was the stop down here at 202.43s, we're going to move that to 207.43. So move your stop up there. And then target 1 is just a performance target. We want to see price get up here, and then we'll see if it can maybe consolidate there, and then we're going to take half off at our target 2. At that point, we'd get our stops up to target 1 and then exit the trade on the second half of the balance there at 289.72s. If you want to learn how to trade the balance beam model and do what I do, as you've seen here in these videos, use the link at the bottom of the page here. If you just want to subscribe to the signals and know what trades are setting up, you can do that as well and get my live alerts as I see things set up in the market. They're going to drive these kind of gains here and set you up to be in positions like this here on Tesla. when you start getting your balance beam alerts, you're going to start to know about these kinds of moves before they happen, and that's where you want to be. Alrighty, gang, there's your wrap up for the week. Have a fantastic weekend.